Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and this is part 2B of Office Automation Tools. Today we are going to discuss the second part of spreadsheet software, and we will be discussing the topics working with data, formatting data, finding and replacing data, deleting, inserting or deleting rows and columns. So let's start. Now let us talk about the three types of data given here. Labels, which are alphabetic or alphanumeric entries without numeric value, means they will be containing letters, number space, special characters, etc. These all will be contained in a label. Labels are left justified by default, means if you have entered the data in the form of label, then it will be justified left by default. Next is numbers or values. Numbers or values are numeric data like 1, 2, 3, 4. These all are values, numeric values. So whichever numeric data you give, that comes under the data numbers or values. It may be integer or can contain decimals or fractions. Whenever you enter a value or a number, they are right justified by default. Next is formula. Formula we use to perform calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. Whenever we use the formula to perform calculation, then we begin the formula with an equal sign as shown here. Entering and moving data. Whenever you want to enter data, then you can enter the data only in an active cell. Whichever cell is active, data can be entered in that cell. And what is the identification of an active cell? It will be bordered with a heavy black line. Now, how to move data within a spreadsheet? Basically, there are some steps, but in short, we can conclude that for moving data from one cell to another, we have the cut, copy, paste functions. Now, how to use them? Let us learn this. Now, there are of moving data within a spreadsheet, and first is using the edit menu. So what will you do in that? First of all, you will go to the edit menu, then you will find the three options: cut, copy and paste. Whichever option you want to select, you can select. Next is standard bar. How can you do it using standard bar? You will find the icons of cut, copy and paste there, and you will use the icons accordingly on the data. Next is by right click. How can you cut, copy and paste the data by right clicking? Let us see. First of all, you have to right click on the cell whose contents you want to cut or copy. Suppose I want to cut or copy the content of this cell, that is 5D. So I will right click, then a menu like this. In the image you can see this will appear, and here are three options: cut, copy, paste. So it will be my choice. I want to cut the data or copy the data. You very well know where to cut and where to copy. Now right click on the cell where you want to paste the contents. Means suppose you want to paste your contents in this cell 4B, then you will right click on this cell and then you will click on paste option and the data will be moved. Now, where is autofill feature? Basically, autofill feature is used in Calc to automatically generate data based on a defined series. Like, suppose I want to enter the serial number. Here, see in the image, I want to enter the serial number and I have typed 1. Now, I have a long list and I am tired of typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in separate columns. So what I will do? Simply I will write 1 in the first column and then I will drag this button, which is called as fill handle, to the column till where I want to fill the serial numbers, and you will see that the serial numbers are automatically generated. This is the main work of using autofill command. So there are already customized lists also present in the OpenOffice Calc, and you can find them in the sort list options, which is present under the tools menu. Also, if the list is not available there according to your choice, so you can define your own list. How can you define that? You have to do nothing, just you have to simply enter the first two values. For example, if you enter the first two values as 2 and then 4, then the next value will be auto generated as 6, means it will recognize the pattern, that what pattern is being followed. So you have to define at least two values so that Calc can identify the pattern you want to follow. In case you want to enter the same value in consecutive cell, means as here we have entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are different values, but suppose you want to enter the same values in all cells, means the consecutive cells, then what will you do? You will keep the control key pressed and then drag the fill handle. Then what will you see? You will see that the result contains the same values in consecutive cells. If you want to generate your own series, then as I have told you that you have to at least define two values so that Calc can identify the pattern you want to follow. Now, next topic is formatting data. So basically we have discussed about formatting in our previous topic, that is word processing software, but here we will be discussing about the formatting of spreadsheets and why to format them and how to format them. So why do we format? We basically format to make the data more attractive, to add more elements which improve the readability and make the data more attractive. To enhance the appearance of spreadsheet, means we format a document, a spreadsheet, to enhance its appearance. That's why we format it. What are the various formatting options? These are alignment, font, size and style. And where are these found? These are found in the formatting bar and the format menu. Now, how to change font type or how to select the font type. Font type and font name are the same things. Arial, Eremo, etc. all are font types which you can see in Calc. So how can you select them? You can select them from the font name box which is present in the formatting bar. Here you can see this is the font name box. This is the font size box and this is the font style box. So font size box is used to control the size of the font, means how big or how small the text should be, and the font style is used to make the text bold, italic or underlined. On whichever option you will click, it will be styled in that way. Now, alignment means in which direction the text will appear in the cell. So, if we choose left align, then the edge of the text, the left edge of the text will appear along the left cell border. If we choose center alignment, then both distance from left and right will be equal. If we choose right alignment, then it will be along the right cell border. If we choose justify, then it will align the text to the left and right cell borders, means the text will be justified and it will be distributed equally in the cell. Now, next point is changing color. We can also change the color of background of cell, or we can change the font color too. So how to change them? Let us learn. First of all, how to change the background color of cells. First of all, select the cells which you want to change the background color. Click on the background color icon. Then select the color from the palette. Such palette will appear on the screen. Then you have to select any color from them and it will be filled as the background color in the cell. Now, how to change the text color or font color? First of all, select the text or the complete cell. Then you have to click on the text color icon. Then again you will be displayed with the palette and you have to select any color from it and the text color will be changed accordingly. Now, lines and borders. These two are different. Grid lines and borders are the two different terms and they are used for different purposes. Grid lines are already present in the spreadsheet and they help us to differentiate the data or the cells, means the different cells are identified by the grid lines only, and the grid lines help us to organize the data into rows and columns. Whereas why are borders needed? We need borders in case we want to highlight certain cells. Means suppose in this I want to highlight all these cells, so I have added borders to all these cells and these are highlighted. Borders are different from grid lines because they help you highlight important information for people to see. When you are simply adding the information in grid lines, then you are not highlighting any data, but when you are adding borders to specific cell, then you are highlighting the data. Also, the borders are automatically printed according to the options we choose. Now, if you want to draw borders around one cell or multiple cells, then you can choose the border icon on the formatting bar as shown here. Whenever you click on the border icon, then you will be displayed with a number of border options as you can see in the image. These all options are present in the Calc for applying various border options to the cell or multiple cells. Now, there are various ways of controlling the flow within cells in Calc. So, first way is merging or splitting the cells. Basically, whenever we merge the cells, then we actually make multiple cells a single cell, and whenever we split the cells, that means we are making a cell or turning a cell into multiple cells. So for merging cells, first of all go to the standard bar, then click on the merge cell icons, and before that you have to select the cells which you have to merge. To split the merged cell, select the cell and click on the merge cell icons. Basically, whenever you are selecting the merged cells which are already merged and then you are clicking on the merge cell icon, then it will not merge it, but it will split the cells if you are splitting the merged cells. Next way is wrap text. What happens in wrap text is that we basically break the text into multiple lines. Means we have to adjust the row height to fit the text within the cell. Means the text should be fitted in the cell only. It should not go outside the cell if it is too long. So it is broken into multiple lines so that it is fitted into the cells, but keeping the column width of the cell same. Means only the row width will be changed, but the column width will not be changed. Now how to wrap text? First of all, right click on the cell, then select the option format cell. Then a dialog box will open, as you can see here in the image. This dialog box will open. Open the alignment tab. This tab you have to open and check the option wrap text. Then you have to check the option wrap text and it will automatically wrap text. Shrink to fit. When we use this feature, then the text can be fit in the size of existing cell. Means we need not change the row height and the column width, but simply the text size will decrease and it will become fit in the existing cell size only. How to do it? To shrink the text size, you have to first of all right click on the cell, then select the option format cells. After that, a dialog box will open up. You have to open the alignment tab. Then you have to check the option shrink to fit cell size. Here is an example. Here you can see that this text is exceeding the cell. Basically this is longer, so it is exceeding the cell. Now when we have wrap text, then you can see the row height has increased to fit the text within the cell, but the row height has increased. But whenever we shrink the text, then the cell remains the same, only the text size will be decreased. Now numeric data formatting. Basically we have a lot of options in Calc by which we can change the appearance of numbers. There are various number formats. These are currency, percent, standard, add, delete, decimal, place, and these all are available on the standard toolbar. For more options, means if you can't find all the number formats on the standard toolbar, then you have to right click on the cell and then you have to click on format cells, which will open a dialog box. Then you have to click on numbers as shown here, and then you have to choose the category of the format as per requirement. Means whichever category you want to choose, you can choose that. Now we are going to discuss about the various common used number formats. First is currency. Basically in currency format, whenever we are using the currency format, then we can prefix or suffix currency symbols to the numeric data. Means we can add the symbol, the currency symbol before the text or after the text. Text basically means the numeric data. The default currency is rupees. Means this is the default currency format which is prefixed to the number. Commas are inserted at 1000, million, billion positions and 2 decimal places are added to the number. means 2 decimal places will be added to the number and commas will be inserted at thousand place, million place and billion place too. Next is percent. So percent is also a commonly used number format. It displays the number as a percentage, means whichever number we are entering, it will take it as a percentage. 2 decimal places are added to the number and the percent symbol is suffixed at the end. Suppose I have entered the number 98. So when I enter, then it will take the value as 98.00%. This is the example of percent number format. Next is standard. So standard, as its name suggests, it is the standard format, means it sets the number in the cell to the default format. Standard means the default format by removing any other numeric formatting applied. If we have applied the standard number format, then any other numeric formatting which has already been applied will be removed and it will be the default format. Now next is decimals. If you want to add or delete the decimal places, then you can use the icons add decimal place or delete decimal place respectively. Now suppose you want to remove or delete the fractional part of a cell, means whichever fraction part is there, it should be deleted. So there are a number of options. First is that you have to use the icon delete decimal place icon, which is available on the standard toolbar, and second option is to right click on the cell or a number of cells and then click on format cells. Then a dialog box will be opened and you have to go to the number tab. Then you can see the decimal spin box in the option section. Here you can increase or decrease the number of decimal places by using the up and down arrows, means you can also increase the number of decimal places by up arrows and decrease them by down arrow. Zeros can also be prefixed to the numbers by setting the number of zeros to be prefixed in the leading zero spin box. This means that you can also fix the number of leading zeros of the number by setting the number of zeros to be prefixed in the box leading zero spin. Now here is an example of how the number will appear in different number formats. This is the original number and rest are the different number formats that we have just learned. Now our next format is date. So by default in Calc, the date format is date, month, year. You can also change this if you want to change by going to the format cells dialog box. If you want to find and replace data, then you have to first of all click on the edit menu, then select the find and replace option. So when you select this option, the dialog box as is appearing here, it will appear. Then you will search for a word in this box and you will type the word which is to be replaced here. Then there are different case, match case, entire cells. Let us discuss about them too. So in search for, you have to type the text which is to be searched, and in replace with text box, you have to type the text which is to be replaced. You can find or replace the results individually, means you can either change a single word or you can change all the words which are similar to your result. The match case check box, when checked, implies that the searching is sensitive to the case of text. Suppose you have typed A in capital letter, so it will only check the words which have capital A, not the small a. So in this case, the match case will be checked. And if you don't want the case to be sensitive, means you want no difference between capital A and small a, then you will uncheck the match case. The next box is entire cells box. If you check it, then actually whichever text you are typing, only it will be searched. For example, you have to find the word cat, but you have checked the box entire cells box and you have only typed CA. Then cat will not be displayed in the results because you have checked the box entire cells. Means you have to type the entire text, only then the results will be shown. If you uncheck this box, then the part of the word searched will also be highlighted. Now, if you want to delete or remove data from a cell, then what you have to do? Simply double click inside the cell and then press the backspace key. And you have to press the backspace key wherever you want to delete the text. Now, suppose you have single clicked the cell. Means you have not pressed double click, but you have single clicked and then you are pressing the backspace key. Then what will happen? It will result in deletion of all text within the cell. All the text which is present in the cell will be deleted, but the formatting of the cell will remain there. Now, suppose you want to delete data as well as formatting. So what will you do? You will simply select the delete key, or you can right click the cell and then select delete all option. Delete all option or the delete key will delete the data as well as formatting. Selecting the cell and pressing the delete key opens a dialog box. Means if you are selecting a cell and then you are pressing the delete key, then a dialog box will open and it can be used to delete different aspects of cell. Means which content of the cell you want to delete, its formatting, its data, etc. It will display these options. Here is that dialog box and here you can see there are different aspects in a cell that you want to delete. You want to delete text, number, date and time, formula, etc. Now, suppose you want to delete complete cell or multiple cells, then what will you do? You will simply select that cells and then you will right click and choose the delete option. When you will choose this, then a dialog box will open up as you can see in the image and you will be displayed with these options. Shift cells up, left, delete entire rows or columns. So whichever option is suitable for you, you can select it and then press OK and the cells will be deleted. Now there are various ways of inserting row and columns. So you have to simply right click on row. If you are right clicking on row, then this menu will be displayed, and if you are right clicking on column, then this menu will be displayed. If you want to insert row, then choose this option. If you want to delete row, then choose this option. If you only want to delete the content, you can select this option. Similar case with the column menu. Next option is from the menu bar. So you have to insert row or column. So you can do it using the insert menu on the menu bar. And here is the insert menu as you can see in the image. That's all for today. Hope you understood everything well and the video was useful for you. We'll meet you soon in the next part. Till then, bye bye.